Hey YouTube, Untamed here. So today I figured I'd just take a few minutes and show you guys a side-by-side look at my new BFGoodrich KO2s right next to the stock Nitto Terra grapplers that come on the 4Runner TRD Pro. So out of all the vehicles and out of all the 4Runners I've had in the past, I've never swapped out the tires. And that's on purpose because I think these Nitto Terra grapplers are perhaps the most fitting out of all the TRD Pros. Oh, got a puppy dog feature, maybe. So, like on the Tundra TRD Pro, you get the Michelin LTXs, if I recall. You get the Dunlops, if my memory serves me right, for the Tacoma TRD Pro. And, you know, the Sequoia gets the same LTXs, the Michelins that the Tundra gets, as you'd imagine. But this comes with an actual tire that looks the part. Those LTXs, the Michelins, the Dunlops, and even the Land Cruiser gets the same gets Dunlop AT23s. So they're all pretty highway focused looking tires, right? And they're all really good performers by the sounds of it. And I've never had any issue with these Nitto Terra grapplers either. Granted, as you guys know, I'm not an extreme off-roader, but even what I've read and seen people post their reviews, they tend to like these tires. So these do a pretty good job for what 9 out of 10 people are ever going to do. So here's just a quick look at this, and we'll go start dissecting the KO2s right next to the other set there. So forgive me, it's a little dirty, but so a pretty good tread pattern. This has 12,000 miles on it, so minimal wear at this point, but pretty good tread pattern. I'll show you a side shot of what the 4Runner will look like, kinda. So as you can already tell, they're much bigger than the 265/70 17s that come on it from factory. These are 285/70 17s, these KO2s here. If you guys don't know, I mean, whenever you get KO2s, the white lettering on the side comes with like this little protectant material, if you will, and it's blue. So that's why it looks a little light blue for you in the video here. But as you can already tell already, they are not going to fit if I just throw them on. They'll work, don't get me wrong, they'll fit, but you're gonna rub a little bit for sure up front. So in order to negate that, we need to put on that Westcott Designs perch lift kit for the factory Fox TRD tune suspension here. So I'll be reaching out to Westcott hopefully within the next week or so and trying to get those ordered and heading out here a set for this. Really just bringing it up a little bit up front. I think 1.5 inches, I think is what it is, inch and a half. But just enough to actually allow these to work without rubbing and without totally damaging the inside of your wheel liner there. So I'll show you side by side. I personally love KO2s. I think I might like Nitto Ridge grapplers a little bit better, but as far as like the look and side profile and all that, I think these are the better pick. The Ridge grapplers I think are the better performer, but just by a little bit. And really, it comes down to splitting hairs. You know, it's a matter of preference, which one do you like better. I think it's a win-win, honestly. So love that tread pattern. Love that sidewall. Pretty cool design here. There's that blue writing I was telling you about. And there's your size. 285/70 17s. So these are, of course, going to go on those stock TRD wheels. And there's your tread pattern for the Terra grapplers here. So not too bad. I mean, even a little bit of a design on the sidewall here, which is already more than what you get for the Michelins and the Dunlops. So I think that looks the part, those Terra grapplers. So that's why I never swapped them out until now. I figured we're gonna try to hold on. I'll emphasize that word try. Hold on to the Lunar Rock one here. So we're gonna upgrade it a little bit. And as you guys know, I'm going to end up taking oh, look at me, I'm pointing at it. I already took them off, but the RSG sliders that I had on the white one here, they're in the garage. We're going to be slapping them on the Lunar Rock one here shortly. So I'll show you, best I can anyway. So here's you kind of see the top of the suspension there. So with the Westcott Designs perch lift, you get a little bit you can do a little bit of a spacer up top, but mainly this little gooseneck piece right here that's like not what they probably call it, but this little collar bit right here is what we're swapping out for a thicker one, right? So I think, like I said, inch and a half. I haven't looked at it in a while, but I know it's a little bit of a bump in height. So they do a great job, and apparently it even improves the overall feel of the vehicle. You know, lessens the dip and dive when you hit the brakes. So a lot of goodness involved with it, and by the sounds of it, they test their products at length, so it'll definitely be a good option. All right. Sorry, some sort of alarm just started going off over there at the golf course. All right, it's off now. So there's your kind of a side-by-side shot. You can already see it being about 2 inches taller, really, just between the tires themselves. I guess I could have just showed you this side. Forgive me, guys, it's starting to rain a little bit. But yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good look. I mean, the stock stance, I think, is pretty solid. So I never really felt the need to upgrade it. But we're gonna go all in on this one. Well, quote unquote all in, untamed all in, if you will. So here is the Land Cruiser. And the tires on this are very, the size is very similar. So I mean, we're talking a slight difference. So these are 285/65 18. So they're an inch bigger wheel with these forged BBSs that come on the Heritage here. These are the same wheels that come on the Tundra TRD Pro, but just finished in bronze, of course, which I freaking love these. I love these wheels. And you actually need a Heritage Edition VIN number if you're going to actually order these through Toyota. Otherwise, they won't sell them to you, which is kind of neat. So 285/65 18s, and the difference there is 65 versus the 70 on those others. And then, of course, 17-inch wheels for those other KO2s. Puppy dog feature. Hey, Zook. Hey, buddy. He's not having it. All right, so here are the KO1s, if you will, that came factory on the FJ Cruiser Trail Teams, and this is the Trail Teams Ultimate Edition for the people stopping by for the first time, 2014. So very similar tread pattern. I personally like the sidewall a little bit better on the KO2s. So again, get those straight lines. So these earned quite the reputation being the tires used to win the Baja 1000. So the Baja Championship races, these were the tires used. So that's kind of where the street cred came from. So very similar, like I said, different sidewall here. And sorry guys, it's starting to rain a little bit. I'm gonna show you one more thing. Puppy dog feature. Hey buddy. Hi. Hi bud. Good boy. Okay. We're gonna look at the FJ real quick. For starters, I love the swing out door on the FJ Cruisers. That is so cool. You got the little locking mechanism, which I've showed you guys previously, but you just pop this in and out to actually pull lock. There you go. Make sure I was doing it right. So yeah, you just pull it towards you and it locks. To unlock, you just push it forward and it's unlocked now, which is good if it's on a windy day, if you got little ones that like to slam the door on you. So this, I think I've officially lost my mind, guys. So one of you guys actually reached out to me and said, hey, Untamed, I had quite the obsession for FJ Cruisers in the past, but I ended up buying I think it's a 2015 is the one that he bought. So 2015 4Runner TRD Pro instead of getting an FJ Cruiser. But he loves FJ Cruisers and he bought this way back when, as it was, even back then, it was a little bit of a collector's item, if you will, collector's piece, because they made it for a limited time, and kind of like swag bag here, and a little blanket. Obviously still both are, well, this is obviously brand new, and then this is lightly used. So pretty cool. I paid quite a bit for it, if I'm being honest, more than what I would ever pay for a bag, but I did love the fact that it was unique and special for the trail team. So shout out to Mike. If you're watching this, I really do appreciate you reaching out and offering to sell it to me. So thank you for that. I say I paid a lot, but really by the sounds of it, I paid a lot less than a lot of people do out there for this stuff right now. So thanks, Mike. Alrighty. When I told my wife how much I paid for it, she just shook her head. She's like, for real? Okay. Well, so there you have it, guys. I hope to get those on really as soon as I get the Westcott Designs perch lift for the 4Runner here. As soon as I get that, I'm gonna be slapping them on, and I think it's gonna look pretty sweet, because then all three, so these are the three that we're keeping, right? This is gonna be on the chopping block soon, but you know, all three of our vehicles here will have the KOs on it with the white lettering out, which you guys know I love that. I mean, it's just, it's a personal taste. You either love it or you hate it, but I personally love it. So I'm excited to get this on for you. I'm really excited to put on the roof racks that we got. So we've got a Go Rhino one, which I'm excited to share, as well as of course you saw the Princey rack that's going to go on the Land Cruiser. So I'm going to put that on there and then get the iCamper rooftop tent on there to share with you. And I'll share, of course, a couple of our weekend adventures with you. So stay tuned, lots more to come. Appreciate you guys watching as always. Till next time.